A UN official says Britain's unmanned drone fleet could soon be redeployed to Africa and the Middle East, this following the military's withdrawal from Afghanistan. That has sparked fears of yet more collateral damage, with some observers accusing the UK of failing to fully account for the mass civilian deaths already caused by its Afghan drone campaign. But as RT's Sarah Firth reports, the British public, for the most part, is largely oblivious to the issue.
Drones lead to more armed conflict. We will see more war because of drones.
Britain's drone war is looming. The UK's armed Reaper drone fleet recently doubled to 10, and there have been indications that their reach could spread far beyond the current operations in Afghanistan.
There is a real commitment now to this use of armed unmanned systems, drones, well into the future, by the British, by the Americans and by the military forces around the world.
RAF Waddington in Lincoln, and the heart of the English countryside. A surveillance plane glides through the sky. You won't see any signs of the armed Reaper fleet here. They're currently on deployment in Afghanistan, but it's from this base that they're operated. UN Special Rapporteur Ben Emerson, whose report into the impact of drone strikes was published on Tuesday, said that Britain's Ministry of Defence could be preparing to use its Reaper drones in Africa and the Middle East once they've finished their deployment in Afghanistan.
The Ministry of Defence have been on a bit of a PR drive recently, allowing a rare glimpse of some of what takes place at their drone base here in RAF Waddington. But there are still more questions than answers. Once a month, some protesters turn out demanding for greater scrutiny of exactly what goes on here.
Well, one of the things that's really important is clarity of what they're doing. We hope there's going to be more public debate. We're going to keep pushing it.
Emerson's drone inquiry noted that research into civilian deaths was being hampered by government secrecy and appealed for greater transparency where civilian deaths are concerned. Britain's Reapers have clocked over 46,000 hours flying in Afghanistan, and by the end of last July, a total of 405 weapons were discharged. But when it comes to civilian casualties, Chris Cole of Drone Wars says the figures don't quite add up.
There's been roughly the same amount of drone strikes in Afghanistan as there have been CIA drone strikes in Pakistan. And the MOD insists that there have been only 4 civilian casualties from drone strikes in Afghanistan, where we know there have been somewhere like 400 to 900 civilian casualties in Pakistan. So either the MOD is 100 to 200 times better at drone strikes than the US, or that there's something seriously wrong with those figures.
And if you're wondering why this protest group is so small, well, there's been next to no public debate. So for now, by and large, the UK's drone activities continue to take place out of the sight and far away from the eyes of the British public. Sarah Firth, RT, reporting from Lincoln.